All right, we're live. We're live. The 1-2 Vikings are live. Woo!
Hell yeah, I am Lupagus, and I'm here with One Bar, and we are live. He is not kidding. We're ready to roll. I don't even have my mic by my mouth. What am I doing?
It appears you're watching us on a different channel as well.
I can't see the comments unless I have it up.
I can see every damn one of them.
Access like you do.
Well, someday I'll give you admin access, but it sure the hell isn't going to be today. It's not going to be today. Got some Voodoo Ranger in the house. Got some Miller Lite in the house. Hopefully you guys got a cold beer in your hand, and we're going to wait a little bit here, but we're talking Browns. We're talking Vikings. We're talking about how excited we should be. We're talking about everything.
Hell yes. Feels so good. I'm not going to lie. The victory 2-3 days after the fact feels just as good as when it happened.
Just thinking about Pete Carroll chomping on that gum. Kiss my ass, Pete.
Makes me feel warm in my belly.
I'm good. I think it feels every Vikings fan still feeling a little warm in their belly.
I've been in quarantine for like 5 days. I don't remember my name anymore. Hair is overtaking my body. I'm seeing
Skull
things.
Zone.
I'm hearing.
Hello,
Skull Zone 419. His address or his area code? I wonder.
419er. A lot to talk about. Browns. Could it be? Could it happen? Could the Vikings even this thing out, go 2-2, make our parts extremely happy?
Ain't gonna be easy. Ain't gonna be easy. Do you prefer the was it the Commodores or the Faith No More version?
Don't be stupid, Commodores. It's not even close. Papa Bear? That's not the Papa Bear, is it?
No. We were just talking about Papa Bear a while ago.
I hope it is. Patrick Harms is in the house. Hope he's still on the shitter from last Sunday. Waiting for Joey Browner to be the next head coach. Hell yeah. Aaron Hunt in the house. Joey Browner should at least be in the Hall of Fame. Let's baby steps.
Yeah, for sure. One of the best to play the damn game. And I believe he was a neighbor of my friend Adam and Matt Turnquist.
Everybody said they're his neighbor. Never happened.
No, it didn't.
It's Papa Bear. It is Papa Bear. Our man.
Papa Bear still out there.
Papa Bear, one of the OGs from back in the day. Great to see him on. We love us some Papa Bear.
I wonder if he's still installing refrigerators and microwaves.
I hope so. I hope Papa Bear's thriving. Jeff H is awake this time. Maybe not for long. We might start talking. You might fall asleep. It's possible.
Oh my God, I hope not. Carlos Ambien.
Let's give a golf clap to Papa Bear. I hope everybody watching is giving a little bit.
Never tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm clapping on the inside for Papa Bear. I'll clap my cheeks for him. My butt cheeks.
Yeah, we got that. You didn't have to say it. All right. Well, should we start talking some Browns? I mean, let's get these playing now with Madden with Kellen Mond.
What?
SSM was on the bus. He's taking the bus. Wow.
He took the bus. We saw him at the game. Saw him on Twitter. Can't wait to see how he thought of the whole game, what the experience was like. Was that his first game? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. All right, so let's hop into this thing here. Really, I think we should probably just talk about – before we get into the Browns, let's just talk about the win against the Seahawks. Did that change our perspective? How are we feeling about the season now? We were 0-2. We were on the precipice of 0-3. Now we are 1-2. What do you think? Do we have a shot? Are we still in this thing or what?
Well, hold on. SSM, first time at the bank. Hell yeah. Well, and hit up these comments. Everybody's going off on Joey Browner here. I think we need to have a Joey Browner segment. 47, laying the wood. Harrison Smith is getting close. He's getting close. He's not there yet. Joey Browner's still one of the best hard-hitting safeties the Vikings ever had. But Harrison Smith is on the cusp.
Yeah, we thought Greg Blue would be the next one. That didn't pan out.
Yeah, Greg Blue sucked. But back to Seattle. How is this making us feel as far as expectations? Have they changed? Are we getting excited? I mean, the way I look at this is how big of a win this was for the Vikings. I think it was just a damn near necessity. I mean, even if we went 0-3, it's not like I would have completely cashed in the chips. But I think the fan base would have started going ape shit, losing 8 straight to the Seahawks. They finally come here. We lose to them. And then we go to the Browns. So I think it gave us some breathing room. I don't think we're out of the woods whatsoever. Cleveland Browns, which we're going to talk a whole ton about, is going to be a deciding factor of where I stand. But yeah, it definitely helps. We're in the right direction.
Well, and Mike Zimmer downplayed the win in that Chris Thomason. I don't know if everybody saw that clip or not, but he kind of tore Thomason apart after that.
He always does. He hates Thomason.
Yeah, he hates Thomason. I know. But you got to think this was kind of one of those hurdles, one of those chains you've been kind of carrying around, and you finally broke it. You broke free from that, the Seattle curse, the Russell Wilson curse. This team owned you 7 games straight. That has to get on a team. It has to wear on you, especially the way they lost last year against them. So this was a big hurdle, I think, and something you can definitely build off and move forward. But the most important part now is they're 1-2, and you got 2 more home games coming up. And yes, the Browns are going to be tough, but it's still a very winnable game against an opponent whose offense you should know pretty damn well because you went against it every single day in practice in Kevin Stefanski.
Holden saying we're going to have 12 wins and win the North.
I like Holden Maher. Great garbage service, by the way.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So confidence is at a good spot right now, but let's talk. I mean, this is a big game for the Vikings going into this week, but looking from the Browns side, it's not like they're coming in here just relaxed and feeling good. This is probably just as big of a game for the Browns. They might be 2-1, but they lost to KC and they beat the Texans and they beat the Bears, who trotted Justin Fields out and had about 6 yards passing. So by no means are the Browns just feeling very, very confident. So I think they're coming in here too, and I think they're going to be hungry as hell to beat the Vikings, especially with Stefanski, because this is going to kind of be a prove-it game for them as well.
Well, you look at their first game. I mean, they went to the wire with the Chiefs. I think that Chiefs pulled away late in that one. The Texans actually gave them a hell of a lot. When Tyrod Taylor went out, that's when things kind of switched in that game. So really, the Texans are going toe for toe for them. Which you look at the Texans, arguably the worst roster in the NFL from a talent standpoint. No, I'm not even sugarcoating it. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then the Bears, they had 9 sacks against the Bears. So yeah, Justin Fields didn't play great. His coach didn't put him in a great spot, but he had no chance with that O-line in front of him. 9 sacks Cleveland Browns had last week.
Too short of a full starting defense.
Yeah, it's insane that they had that many sacks against him. And Fields, yeah, he didn't make any plays, but he didn't have much chance either to succeed. So still, yeah, they're 2-1. They have 2 wins. Vikings only have 1 win. So to me, it's a little more important for the Vikings to pull this one out. Look at the division the Browns are in. I think the Bengals are also 2-1. The Ravens, they're not looking like the typical Ravens. They barely beat the Lions. They did beat the Chiefs, but then they lost against the Raiders. And then you got Steelers who look like a shit show right now. So I really think when it comes to a must-win situation, it's definitely more a must-win for the Vikings than is the Browns.
Maybe, maybe not. Jeff H., I thought that said Mayfield will be eating much muff, but I did read that wrong. It is turf. I hope he's eating a ton of turf. I really, really do. The Browns' offensive line last week did not have a very good showing. They kind of stepped on their dicks last week. But let's talk. We've seen a couple comments on Kirk Cousins, so let's talk about one of the best, one of the hottest quarterbacks in the entire NFL. Nobody can deny that. Kirk Cousins playing lights out.
He's definitely playing lights out. And yeah, you said no one can argue this. The dude's completely locked in. Yes, his O-line has been giving him better protection, but he's also he's making the throw, 2 guys in his face, he's backpedaling. Somehow he gets that. I watched that play like 6 times today. How he made that throw, I'll never know. He's in command of this offense, 100% completely comfortable with it. They're running freaking RPOs with Kirk Cousins right now. That is he's just a full spectrum warrior right now, and he can't be stopped.
Warrior? Yeah, I mean, he's fantastic. Warrior's a little much.
He flicked off his shoe before.
I think if Kirk Cousins is, I picture him in like not Gladiator.
Yeah.
What's the one with Mel Gibson?
If they finally make Gladiator 2, Kirk Cousins should be in the starting.
I'm saying, what's the one with Mel Gibson? Quick, Braveheart or Patriot? I picture him as the guy holding the flag or beating the drums in the war. So very important still. Very important. So talking Kirk Cousins, if he continues to play decent, a big question is once his contract is done, will they want him back again?
It's a great point now, because how did they actually work it? Is there another year or not, or is this his last year? There's
Kirk
another year
Cousins is
worked in there,
signed
but
through. He is signed through next season.
okay, but it's an insane amount next year. But I think there's a way out of it if they didn't want to. At this point, why would you not want him to be the quarterback? As well as he's playing, as good as he is. As
Well, hold on.
familiar
Let's
as he
just.
is with the
So you're saying he's going to play next season, and after next season, you're going to say you want them to bring him back again.
if it continues,
All right.
absolutely. If this is just like a little, what they call it, a flip in the pan, I don't know where the hell it is, flash in the
Never heard
pan,
that before. Flip in the pan.
game stretch, all of a sudden everything goes to hell, then maybe I'll be feeling different about this 3-4 weeks down the road. But right now, why wouldn't you?
Well, hey, I'm going to give you some reasons. Are you ready? And also make sure you guys stay on. Lubbock doesn't seem ready for my reasons, but stay on. At the end, we're going to bring you guys on for your bold predictions for the Vikings-Browns game. But I'm all on board if he continues to play at a very high level. I mean, this is 3 weeks in. I'm not drinking a ton of it yet, but I'm feeling good. But when his contract's done, he's going to be 35 years old. And Zimmer's signed through 2023. So the way I look at it is Zimmer's got one more year. And if Zimmer is still here long enough to play out his contract, can you really see Zimmer going for a different quarterback for one final year? I mean, Zimmer is no spring chicken. I don't see him really re-upping. So that's the reason I could see that Kirk Cousins comes back on maybe a 1-year contract or something, because he's going to be old as shit anyways. So I don't think it's like out of the question, but 35, I think it is solely dependent on if Zimmer is still here. That's my point.
And let's not forget either, though. I mean, Rob Brzezinski, he can make so many numbers work. Yeah, I saw someone just comment $45 million next year, but Rob's got a way of finagling that, massaging it.
Really, 45? I thought it was 35.
He says Mike Peterson knows his shit. He says $45 million next year.
Extend but anyway, big dick Kirk.
He's definitely got a big ass. I mean, but yeah, Rob, he's got a way of making these contracts work. So I don't even get that hung up in the what's due, what's not, because it's always some kind of basic. He's got a way around most of the stuff. So I'm sure he'll figure out something else. Yeah, I guess it continues. If he continues this, if he's just on fire the entire season, then definitely bring him back. If not, it's time to move on and look to go the young option.
Telling you, he's tied to Zimmer for now. They're both getting too old. Playing that same kind of game right now, would we, and I want to hear a lot of the comments over there. Yeah. When it comes down to the coaches for Sunday, we got Kevin Stefanski, as we all know very, very well, and Mike Zimmer. If you could choose right now who your coach is, who are you taking?
Is this based on looks?
No, it is not. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I want to hear what everybody else says. Who would you take right now, Stefanski or Mike Zimmer?
I've seen it in the past. We let some of these guys go. Mike Tomlin, that one still stings. So we got one for Stefanski right off the bat. SSM Creations. Anthony wants to know if anyone hates the Saints more than him. That's very random. Bob Swede's, you know what? I'm not surprised. Bob Swede's old school. He wants Zim. That doesn't surprise me.
Go back to Anthony's question. I know one guy who hates the Saints more than him. It's the big cat from Carolina. Hates the Saints.
He does. Patrick Harms, he wants Stefanski. Jeff H has made up a new coach, so I like that. He likes a little mix. A lot of Stefanskis. No one's given the credit to Michael Zimmer.
Well, Stefanski, I'm not gay. Are we giving our thoughts on this yet, or are we going to let a couple more of these ride?
No, fire away.
Well,
take a sip of your voodoo there. Just try not to shit your pants.
My thought is this. Mike Zimmer is known for his defense. What's the biggest issue in the Vikings right now? It's defense. I just feel like, and I love Mike Zimmer, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Zimmer guy. I defend him more than I probably should. I feel that's his strong suit. I feel like maybe the NFL is catching on and they're figuring out ways to attack it. We're not doing well on his side of the ball. So if that's the case, I'd rather go with the young guy, the up-and-coming guy, the guy who maybe a little more in tune with today's NFL, not old school. So I think, and it's very, very close for me, but I do think I would go Kevin Stefanski right now.
Yeah, let's see. I'm just getting caught up. Chad Myers looks like he got a little competition there. Bob Sweet did mention Kellen Moore. He'll be a hot name in the coming years. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, you really can't go not. You can't say Stefanski. I mean, 39 years old. You got your YouTube up?
Yeah, what's the matter?
You can hear me. So it's completely echoing.
Well, I mean, mute it. Hang on, don't talk.
Yeah, what's the matter? You can hear me.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So Stefanski, 39 years old. You still have it up.
Mine's muted. What are you talking about?
How about now? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's got it up somewhere. Sorry, you're hearing like 9 of me. So Stefanski, 39 years old. Nice one bar. There we go. 39 years old. He's 13-6 with the Browns last year throughout his Browns tenure. So how can he not go against that? He's coming in. He's young. He's ready. Stefanski all the way. Love Zimmer. If this was like Zimmer's first year and we still didn't really know, I would be a little bit more towards Zimmer. But he's on the way out. Let's get in some new blood. When's the last time we had a real young and up and coming coach? I'm going to unmute Lupagus and see if he can.
You're hearing. Here's the other thing too. I think we should maybe mention, like, if the Vikings do go a new coach, I want someone completely new. I don't want anybody from this current regime. I don't want Clint Kubiak. Bring in, like we mentioned, Kellen Moore. I think it needs to be a complete something different.
Yeah. And that time has passed because Stefanski will probably go on to have a Hall of Fame career, and we missed out on yet again. But that is okay. We're not playing the what if game, but it's still fun. So let's talk Browns.
Yeah.
Let's talk Browns.
Well, yeah, I think the obvious thing, you look at what worries you about the Cleveland Browns coming to town. Well, there's a couple of things. But number one has to be this rushing attack against a horrible Minnesota Vikings run defense right now, getting up over 100 yards on the ground per game. To me, that is number one fear. You got Kareem Hunt, you got Nick Chubb against a defense that's not doing their job when it comes to stuff in the run.
Yeah, I mean, Chubb's averaging 5.5 yards a carry. Kareem Hunt's averaging 5.7 yards a carry. He's got 10 receptions. It's absolutely horrifying. There's no way around it. The Browns are definitely going to be running up our ass on Sunday. It's just how much they run up our ass. So that two-headed monster is going to be not great. Hopefully we have a little bit of a two-headed monster ourselves with Dalvin Cook, who was limited today but had his full pads on, and Alexander Madison. So Myles Garrett, 5.5 sacks. The Browns defense is damn good. Third in the league, only giving up 248 yards a game. Fifth against the run, fifth against the pass. So they got a nice combo of all of it. So they're a pretty damn well-rounded team.
And that's the thing we talk about too. I mean, Kevin Stefanski knows this defense. He knows the weaknesses. He knows how to attack it, knows how to exploit it. The same thing on the opposite side. Mike Zimmer knows what Kevin Stefanski is probably going to want to do. And I hate the term chess match. Never been a fan of it.
Nobody says that.
I was a fan of the show Queen. What was that called? Queen's Gambit. That was good. But
Never heard of it.
You ever seen Queen's Gambit?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh my God, you're a loser.
I watch sports.
Anyway, I do think that's gonna be something to watch this whole game. Is just how Zimmer adjusts to Stefanski's offense, how Stefanski counters attacks. Be very, very interesting.
Jeff H, 5.4 or 5.7 would be an improvement. Yeah, that's the scary part. That is the scary part, is these guys are ripping everybody else a new asshole. I can only imagine what they're going to do against us. But also, maybe this is the moment where the Vikings run defense, Dalvin Tomlinson starts putting some guys into the ground, making them eat some dirt.
Well, and I thought he played horseshit on Sunday. Then I was seeing some clips on Twitter where they're actually showing, the good things he did. And I'm like, I don't remember seeing this in the game, and maybe it wasn't that obvious. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see him I want to see a running back on an opposing team get to the line and then get pushed back. I mean, how many times have we seen that? We used to see it all the time with the Williams wall, even with Shamar Stephen and was it Sheldon Richardson in 17? Who else was it? I mean, they were a hell of a run defense too. So I really thought we'd be seeing that all the time this year with Pierce and Tomlinson up front.
It's young. It's young. The season is young. They're going to pull it together. They're going to get that shit right. And maybe it'll be against the Browns. But do you think Stefanski is going to – I mean, what, does he add an extra wrinkle to this thing? I mean, does it help? Do you think this helps Zimmer more, or do you think it helps Stefanski more?
Well, I don't know, because the personnel's different than when Stefanski was there. Patrick Peterson's there now. Xavier Woods is safety. You got two different D tackles. So I don't know if like Stefanski's going to know how these guys are going to react. If it was the same exact personnel, I think he'd have a better idea of how to attack them. Right now, I think it's really up in the air. I think it's just going to be more of a general concept thing. Like he knows, like, what would Mike Zimmer do in this situation? This is what I would do. So Zimmer's been there a little bit longer. So I think maybe I'll give Zimmer the advantage of trying to outsmart the other one.
Oh, he's got the advantage, no doubt about it. I mean, we got Kubiak is in, different offensive coordinator. So he's really, at least one bar doesn't look like shit tonight. Solid 5 out of 10. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, I think it's completely different. I think Zimmer's got the upper hand here. He's got the upper hand.
And Zimmer was basically his Jedi master. I mean, Kevin Stefanski is a Padawan of Mike Zimmer. I'm getting nerdy. I'm dropping Star Wars terms on your ass.
That is.
But it's true. So I think Zimmer, yeah, I think he does have the advantage here when it comes from a coaching standpoint. Been there doing it longer, been around longer, and I think he maybe can pull a couple of fast ones like old Kevin.
Zimmer was 1 or 2 losses away from losing his job. That's fair. Mike Peterson, when will Cam Dantzler be back? I don't know, when he gets off of social media.
Yeah, I hated that he tweeted after the win, the big win, first win of the season. He's out there bitching. I get it. I get why he's frustrated. And, you know, I think the biggest concern is not Cam Dantzler, but Bashaud Breeland still being out there. We should talk about that, because that's definitely, if I'm the Browns, I'm attacking Bashaud Breeland every single time if I'm throwing the football.
Yeah. It's, I mean, Beckham was back last week, had 9 targets. He's going to have at least that this week, and it's going to be very scary as far as what Breeland is doing. So Cam Dantzler, as of now, I really don't expect to see him much after week 2 when he came out at the end and did pretty good, and then all of a sudden he was just a ghost. I think he just played special teams last week, so I really don't expect to see him. Whatever the issue is, confidence is low on seeing him on the field.
So what do you expect? You expect a lot of run blitzes with Mac Alexander, Harrison Smith playing in the box all day? What do you think is going to happen?
Hopefully they mix this shit up. They need to get Baker Mayfield rattled because I think he's got 2 touchdowns this year, 2 interceptions. He is not scared to make a very stupid play at times when it's very important. He's not afraid to chuck that thing and sling it. And honestly, Baker Mayfield is starting to become one of those quarterbacks that I really, really want to beat. He's just, I don't know what it is. He annoys the shit out of me when I'm watching him in the post games. He's just a guy who just seems very, very arrogant for somebody that really hasn't done a ton.
I actually like Baker, to be honest with you. And I was watching the Bears game a little bit last week. I was sitting here lonely and growing hair in quarantine. And I was surprised. This guy is super elusive in the pocket. Some of the stuff he was doing to avoid pressure was super, super impressive. I think it's very underrated. I mean, not that he's running and gaining yards, but he will literally spin, twist, do some kind of weird matrix moves to avoid getting sacked and still be able to throw the football down the field. So that's something the Vikings got to be ready for, because our corners, if he's able to create extra time, I mean, yeah, Beckham Jr., still not maybe 100% healthy. Jarvis Landry isn't there. They got probably Peoples-Jones going out there, but it doesn't matter. If you're going to give 12 seconds to a receiver to get open, any receiver in the NFL will get open.
Well, I mean, Baker Mayfield got sacked like 5 or 6 times last week, so he can definitely.
He could have got sacked about 17.
Well, I'll take 5 or 6. And yeah, I mean, just Baker Buttfield, Fart Squad, just really bringing his A game. Well done. That must have took all day to come up with, but I'm going to use it later. Baker Buttfield, just for the weapons he has, the defense he has, I don't think he's all that. And maybe come Sunday, he's going to throw for 5 touchdowns and 0 picks, and I'll be crying. But Baker Mayfield doesn't scare me. The run game scares me. Their defense scares me. But Baker Mayfield definitely does not scare me.
Well, I'm not going to overlook Baker. I'm going to respect his game coming to this thing.
I'm not respecting shit. He hasn't done anything. Throws interceptions and gets sacked.
Got his team to a playoff win last year.
Yeah, was it really him?
Yeah,
I think it had a lot to do with those running backs in that offensive line.
Yeah, but he still got to have a decent passing game, and he did.
Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we shut his ass down. Yes, everybody seems to think know him for his commercial. That's about right. So let's talk a little bit. What's that?
He's a very good actor.
He's a good actor. I'm pulling for him. Pulling for him to make some really good movies. Talking Browns. We do it every week, whether you like it or not. Favorite Brown of all time. And let's see some comments. It's when you think Browns, you think busts. You think first-round busts, one after another. So in the comments, let's see some favorite Browns of all time. I want to see some old school ones. Bob Sweet, I'm expecting you to pull out a Webster Slaughter or a Bernie Kosar.
Mine's the easiest thing you could ever ask me.
There's a Kosar right off the bat.
No, Joe Thomas, you know what? He's the worst announcer. He hates the Vikings. Joe Thomas can lick him. He's almost as bad as Matt Burke.
Spurgeon Wynn, Peyton Hillis.
Forgot about that guy.
Montemita, his favorite Brown is a Brown in the toilet. Suck it. Montemita bringing his A game.
Glad he's getting it in the toilet.
I think of Brown. I think of shit. Jeff H. Leroy Horde. I'm glad it took way too long to get a Leroy Horde. Way too long. Archie Griffin. Bob Sweet's going way back.
3.
You went further back than I would have even thought. And hold tight because we're going to send out the link so you guys can hop on and give us your bold prediction.
Hell yeah. Bold prediction for the Browns, Vikings.
There we go. Eric Metcalf. Colt McCoy. Love, guess who's your favorite Brown of all time?
Oh, you don't have to ask me this. You know who it is.
Oh, you're right. I do. I'm trying to wonder, and then, it just hit me. I know exactly who this is.
Greatest 4th-round pick in the history of the NFL draft. Browns stole this guy. Too bad injuries derailed his career. This guy was going to be the next freaking Tony Gonzalez. It was Martin Rucker, tight end, Cleveland Browns. Goddamn shame what happened to him.
What happened to him is he sucked, and he bounced around on a bunch of practice squads and could never. Gary Barnage. We interviewed that guy. Gary Barnage went to Louisville.
He did.
Brandon Weed. Martin Rucker just didn't pan out. Great career at Missouri, I believe it was, but I don't think he had more than 5 catches in the NFL.
Hell, I used to give you the Rucker report when he was in Missouri every week.
Another Bernie, Johnny Manziel. Nobody could party like him. Brady Quinn, there we go.
Skinny. That's probably Skinny under the alias Jim Morrison.
No, Skinny sleeping.
Remember when we drafted Adrian Peterson and Skinny was mad because we didn't take Brady Quinn?
He was mad. I'm going, I think he was drafted in like 91, 92. And that is touchdown Tommy Vardell out of Stanford. Touchdown Tommy. Again, another bust, but a guy that just was in my heyday. I loved watching Tommy Vardell, hoping he was going to pull it out. And he was a big, old bust. I think he almost had like 800 yards one year, but touchdown Tommy. I think he went to the Niners. I had it up earlier. He went somewhere else too.
Wasn't touchdown Tommy Vardell part of the Killer Bees tag team back in the early WAF days?
No, he was a very subpar running back in the league. I think he had some fumbling issues and he could not get in the end zone whatsoever.
I do want to say, though, I think this should be known. The Cleveland Browns, pretty much my number 2 team. If the Vikings ever were to get sold, moved, whatever, I'd probably just be a Browns fan. I've always felt that way just because they sucked for so long, kind of an underdog, and they're called the Browns. Uniforms are kind of boring.
I'd probably go to the Bengals myself, but Josh Gordon.
The Bengals are actually my 3rd, so those are my 3 teams.
Ozzie Newsome. Chad Myers. Yeah, that is a little too soon. So that's our we got some Browns coming up here. All right, so let's talk about some guys that came back to practice because after week 3, so that injured reserve, we could bring some guys back, which includes Nwangu, Dan Chisena, thank God. Dan Chisena is going to send us to the who else? Is that it? Irv Smith.
Well, Christian Darrisaw was full go today, and not that he's been an injury reserve or anything, but the fact that he was a full go. Are we going to see our first round draft pick this Sunday?
No. Easiest answer ever. No.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to either. But that's, we talked about this earlier in the mailbag video. Christian Darrisaw, do we want to wait till after the bye to see this guy? Do we want him on the field now? Do we think Rashad Hill is going to be able to hold it up? Do we want wait till Rashad Hill completely blows it again before we put Darrisaw in there? Or do we want to avoid that from happening? And if Darrisaw gets inserted, is that going to throw the whole mojo off of this line that's actually been playing very well as a unit lately?
Well, and Jason Williams brings up a good point. I mean, I think Darrisaw could be active. There's no way in hell he's going to start. The way I look at it is you definitely don't throw him out there this week. No way. He just started practicing. It could be disgusting. But what it comes down to is maybe because they have the Lions the following week, which might be a great team to introduce him to the NFL to. Or then you wait till the bye and he gets a couple more practices. And I think, what do they got, the Cowboys after that? I can't remember. But
Panthers, I think, first, and then the Cowboys.
Panthers, all right. So the Lions, I think, is possible, but I think there's I think there's a much bigger chance that it's after the bye.
You know what? You got to get these chips off your shoulder because we're a 1-2 team, and here you are, first of all, disrespecting Baker Mayfield in his game, and now you're going to blow off the Lions too? No, can't do that. You got to respect these teams. It's NFL.
The Lions are 0-3.
Yeah, but they've been in some close games.
Name two guys. Name two guys on their defensive line.
Dan Campbell will eat your scrotum.
Name two guys on the Lions' defensive line.
Defensive line, John Pinacini.
No,
number one.
He doesn't start.
Hey, he's there.
Hey, he's there.
You say starters. You said two players on their defensive line.
Well, if you can't name their starters, then you put Darrisaw out there.
And Cliff Averill.
The hell, it's not 2006, man. You can't name any of them. So yeah, it would be a great spot for him to go. Let's see. Convince his team to win the Super Bowl. A lot of positivity tonight. I like that. Tim Voss. I think they'll keep him next season with the cap hit. Yeah, Mr. Voss, I think they do. Especially if he keeps playing.
Tim Voss? He's got a bigger following than the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah, Tim Voss is he might have to be a co-host here soon. I don't know. Jason Williams, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I don't. He didn't even spell it right. I couldn't believe it when he was drafted.
Well, one thing seems to be pretty clear that Nwangu will not be active this week. Thomason pretty much said that next week, very good chance he is active, but this week doesn't sound like it's on the table at all. Which I can't wait to see that guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kenny Nwangu was the guy that, to be honest, when he was drafted, I was not happy. I'd never heard of him. Didn't know who he was. How do these people know Tim Voss? But he's seen how fast he is. He's having a great camp till he got hurt in the first preseason game. So yeah, I think he's a guy who could be not just a kick returner, but also get a couple carries on offense. Maybe he takes from the house here there, or at least gives that explosive element to the offense when he's touching the football.
Well, what are you talking about? Maybe a little bit of a gadget player?
Yeah, definitely a gadget player.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And you know what I want to see? We didn't, and I'm kind of jumping around here, but last week against the Seahawks, there was a time where Adula and Madison were on the field in the backfield together. Let's see that with Madison and Cook if Cook is ready to go. That's something I think will be very interesting, a great wrinkle to this offense.
Well, if Mark Sanchez had his choice, Amir Abdullah would be the freaking NFL MVP through 3 weeks.
Hey, he was pretty high on CJ Ham too. Don't you overrate that.
I'll give him that. And yes, he does have Tyreek Hill speed. Let's see Clint Kubiak a little nutty when Nwangu comes back. And let's see some beautiful packages where Nwangu is taking a snap out of the shotgun and getting crazy.
Well, and then, that's one thing maybe we should mention. Let's see what we want to see continue. Obviously, Kirk Cousins staying hot this week. O-line playing well again. And also Clint Kubiak's play calling. Can that continue for a third week in a row? Those are all things that I think we definitely have to see. And I hope they can. And I think they will. There's no reason to think they won't.
I hope so. They got to continue it. I mean, especially against a defense like the Browns. They come out flat. They're running 3 times or 2 times on first and second down, and then throwing a 2-yard pass. That shit ain't going to fly against the Browns. And especially, I think the Browns will put up some points. So we're going to have to keep up. Charlie says, hi, guys.
Hi, is that Candy's kid?
Candy Maldonado, hell of a Blue Jay in about 1993.
Wasn't he a Padre too for a while?
Probably.
Or was he a Giant? He was one of those teams out there.
Tim Voss.
Clint is a future head coach. Tim Voss. I can't. I feel like this should be the Tim Voss show.
Ed Guy rocks. Always love to see him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to almost treat Chubb and Hunt this week kind of the way you treated Kyler Murray. You know he's going to go for probably 300 yards passing, 2-3 touchdowns. But if you can at least make it containable to the point where you can still win the football game, I don't think you can go into this game expecting to keep Hunt and Chubb under 150 yards rushing or something like that. They're going to get theirs. It's just a matter if you can find a way to put points on the board and keep up with them and maybe stop them at certain times when you have to.
Well, Vikings are going to put some points on the board. That offense is going to continue to chug. But yeah, Dalvin Tomlinson. Come on, baby. Come on now. Hum now.
We need him.
Browns can lick Boz. I'm not scared of that offense. Make bacon. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Conklin's been serviceable. Last week he was more than serviceable, though. He looked damn good. 7 for 17 at the score, I think.
Yeah, and some great blocks. I mean, he looked like a Pro Bowler out there.
Daniil, who is a bigger game, Daniil or Myles Garrett? Julian Marker, our guy.
I want this one. Take me in.
All right, I tagged you.
I'm gonna go with Daniel Hunter just because he didn't have a sack last week. Garrett coming off a 4.5 sack game. You don't rarely see a guy go off a 4.5 sack game and then do better or even half it the next week. I think Hunter's going to come up. He's going to show up, and he's going to look damn good. He's going to have at least 2 sacks. I'm going to say Myles Garrett gets 1.
I hope so. I hope this is a same thing that happened with Chandler Jones. Has that big ass week, and then all of a sudden we just shut him down. And by we, I mean Rashad Hill. What a hell of a player. Mark Easton, every time I see him, it's good to see him on, but I always think of Mark Eaton, the Utah Jazz center from the mid-90s, just full-blown ginger like myself.
You know why Myles Garrett's not going to get any sacks? Because Ben Ellefson's going to be on his ass with Rashad Hill.
Wow. He's probably right. Skull Zone, who is Papa Bear, has a great comment as well.
Lick.
Papa Bear, our guy. It's almost bold prediction time. We got to start getting into some bold predictions.
Why did you pronounce it the way you did? I wasn't ready for that.
And also the Sculling with the Enemy is getting bumped back a day. It's coming, but it's not going to be until tomorrow night. So,
a little problem with the Browns guy is that he had to move his mom.
Mike Peterson. All I want is Smith Marset. I don't care if he's 3 yards in, 4 yards in. Start taking those things out. Make shit happen. If he gets down at the 18, who gives a shit? But I don't like the fact that he's basically, I mean, last week he downed one that was about 2 yards in. Take the thing out.
Yeah, we also won the game, though, so I'm not going to complain about that at all.
I just think he remembers how much we talked about Tom Compton.
No, do not miss him at all, Papa Bear.
Marker, that ain't bold. We're talking bold here. This is Kirk Cousins. He can throw 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, baby. We want bold.
He can throw 4 touchdowns with his butthole.
It doesn't make sense. Bill, I'm going to kill his last name, so I'm just going to call him Bill.
Yeah.
Loves the Sculling with the Enemy.
Nuke.
All right, let's do this. Let's get some
I
guys
think
on here.
I like that score from Brian Westland. This is not going to be a pretty game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a hard-fought game, and 2013 is a very fair prediction by Mr. Westerland there.
I think we're going to see a lot of points, but bold prediction. You got 5 seconds to rattle off this bold prediction. Let's do this. Lupagus is drinking more Voodoo Ranger, so hop on, hit that link, and you can give your bold prediction. We're already seeing some guys come on. 31-28. I think that's more my style.
No, I'm seeing a really ugly game.
All right, SSM Creations look dialed in. We're going him. SSM, what do you got for us, buddy?
Hello, boys. I'll go less bold than last week, but I'm still gonna go up there. I'm gonna say Tyler Conklin has another great game, 100+ yards, 2 touchdowns.
Boom! We'll take that. We'll take that. SSM. That's bold. That's bold.
A tight end game.
It. All right, let's go to Patrick Harms. Hopefully this time he's not taking a fresh shit.
Sorry, I already went. So I'm going to go a little crazy on this one. Versus the Cardinals, I nailed it. I said 2 interceptions for Kyler. Didn't have one for week 1 or 3. So Dalvin Tomlinson will get his first sack as a Viking, and the defense or special teams or both will get a touchdown, preferably ISM.
There you heard it, Patrick Harms, baby. We'll take that.
That sweet tattoo. I wasn't sure what that was. I was looking at the whole time, couldn't figure out what was on that right shoulder of his.
All right, Matamidai waiting. I can't wait to hear this bold prediction. It's gonna be bolder. I was gonna think of something good to say, but I couldn't. Matamidai, what's going on? Shoot Farms. Yes.
Yeah.
In my house?
Yeah. My favorite shirt. All right. I'm predicting that the Vikings defense is going to make Baker Mayfield look silly. People are going to question why he's a starter in the league. They're absolutely going to destroy his offensive line, just shred it.
I love it.
Oh my
I love it, Matamidai.
Matamidai. It's weird seeing him indoors.
Yeah, usually he's giving us a nice view of the outdoors. So they're pretty bold. There's some pretty bold statements.
It is bold.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Hell yeah.
What a group.
All right, we'll give it a little bit more and see if anyone else wants to come on, pull up their big boy pants and come on and do their bold prediction. Right here. Hit it up. Hit it up.
Well, I'll see a few more. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going to see some. Throw them in the comments or hop on whenever you want.
I would love to see Pop Bear come on.
Papa Bear last comment just said lick, so.
I'm calling you out, Papa Bear. Oh, yeah.
It's a bad macho man.
I'm sorry. Went
Predict
for it.
Zimmer. That is a bold prediction. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw that clip of CJ Ham putting that guy down last week, but I'm pretty sure that guy shit his pants.
How would we know if he doesn't shit his pants every game? He might, for all we know.
Brian Westerland, that is bold. That's probably the boldest yet.
Very, very specific.
I don't know if Metellus is even in the backfield on the punts, but Peterson, that's not bold enough. Come on, pick it up. Greg Joseph scores the game-winning field goal. That would be wonderful.
Nunk. I think I got it. 69-9. That's perverted.
It's perverted. All right, I think that might be it for our bold prediction.
No one wants to call in. All right. Well, here's my bold prediction. Vikings win 21-17, and Greg Joseph kicks 7 field goals.
God, what a boring ass game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a real struggle.
Oh, there we go. It's
one.
I still hear my echo on you. I think you messed something up again. Aaron Hunt, he's coming on. Here we go. Here we go.
Bold predictions.
Hey, you see this there?
Yeah, look at that. Lucky. Look at that swerve.
Bold prediction. Kirk Cousins throws for 350 and 3 touchdowns.
Boom. Good set of
At
hair.
least 350. He might push that for hundo. Let's go.
Aaron Hunt, baby. Aaron Hunt.
Kirk stand, baby.
Boom. Aaron Hunt's got the best hair by far of all of our viewers.
He probably smells really good too.
Yeah, he does. And he's randomly in a basement, which has me a little bit concerned, but I'll take that prediction any day. Bill Winnock, we got it. Anthony loves your basement as well. Aaron Hunt is slowly becoming a fan favorite of the One Bar and Lupagus show.
Yeah, he's like the Kevin Stefanski of our viewers.
All right, okay, you gave your bold prediction.
All Nelson back.
All right, so you said 21 to what?
17, 7 Greg Joseph field goals. He misses one.
Clint Kubiak did not bring his A game. If that is the case, my bold prediction is the Vikings come out on defense and absolutely light up this Browns offensive line and get 9+ sacks. 9+ sacks on defense, and they just are up in Baker Mayfield's ass all damn day. And SSM Creations is offended. Oh, him an
What's he
apology.
offended by?
I don't know. I think he's offended by the Aaron Love.
Well, I mean,
37
SSM
game.
probably smells okay too.
Yeah, it's getting weird. Getting weird. All right, those are anyone else? Final. Bill Winnuck blows my bold prediction more than anything in the world.
9 sacks. That was bold. That was a bold call. I think that's what the Cleveland Browns had last week against the Bears.
Not an easy task against a runner like Baker Mayfield, but I'm just waiting for this defense to all come together and absolutely explode.
And that's the scary thing. If this defense lives up to the talent that's on this roster, with this offense, the way they're playing right now, the Vikings got themselves a hell of a team. That just has to happen.
Shit, we got some bold predictions just rolling in here. Ed Guy Rocks had one of the best damn draft videos we saw.
What up?
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing,
Not
man?
much, dude. Here in humid Florida. I am going to
Oh
tell
my
you,
God.
I'm going to piggyback off your bold prediction. And I was thinking the same thing. I think Sack Daddy goes for 2.5, and the defense is going to have 2+ turnovers, and they're just going to take over the game, all game.
Boom.
I hope
Ed
so.
Guy Rocks. That's why we love him. Thank you,
I
sir.
do love that guy rocks. Absolutely.
Tim Voss was here. Now he left. Oh, shit. We got Lick in the house. He's coming on. Papa Bear.
What's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
How are you doing?
I'm
I'm
gonna
good.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and get off real quick. It's gonna be 35-14. Minnesota's gonna roll on these weak Cleveland Browns. We're gonna see Sean Mannion enter the game.
Oh, gross.
We're gonna see Sean. It's gonna be a blowout.
Boom.
All
Papa
right,
Bear, we
Papa
love you,
Bear.
man.
He said he was going to get off.
Sean Mannion. That's the boldest prediction of them all. I don't care if it's 70-0, but he might be on to something. He might be on to something.
I hope so. God,
It's
I
good to
hope
see
so.
Papa Bear's face.
Hell yeah, it's always good to see Papa. I want to give him a nice hug sometime.
Defense collects 3 turnovers and scoop and score. Luke Carmen bringing in. Tim Voss was in the comments or he was waiting and now he's gone. So
He's shy.
Ed Guy Rocks approves. Mannion, that is bold. Breland pick 6. That's bolder than Sean Mannion playing.
I think just Breland playing will be bold.
No, he's gonna play. There's no doubt about that. He's gonna play every fucking snap.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. That is it.
That's it.
That's it for our Wednesday live. Remember, we got a lot more episodes coming up this week. We got Schooling with the Enemy, predictions all weekend, and then you guys got to hop on and join us live after the game when we're all half pickled and giving out our studs and turds, because that's got to be one of the funner episodes of the week.
Bill Winnuck says something bad about Tim Voss.
Well, Tim Voss is having some internet issues.
Is that what it was? Did he write you that? There was internet issues?
He's having computer issues. We will see
No.
him. We'll see him, but just probably not tonight.
I hope so. Well, all right. That's it. That is our live. Thanks for everybody for hopping on, giving your bold predictions, talking Browns, Vikings. We'll see how this thing shakes out down on Sunday. Until then, remember this. Number 1, keep your skull in your hole. Number 2, never step on spiders, because you could be stepping on a female with eggs, and they will stick to your shoes and hatch all over your car and your house.